Hi, and welcome to another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. I'm Julie, an educator with the New Mexico Museum of Space History, and I'm so excited because this week is National Chemistry Week, and it's brought to us by the American Chemical Society. Every year during National Chemistry Week, they come up with a theme, and this week's theme is a sticky situation. So when I was thinking about a sticky experiment, I thought, I wonder if you could make homemade glue. And if you make homemade glue, is it as strong as the store-bought glue? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. And all you need is just a few items that you have around the house. For today's experiment, you need some all-purpose flour, some cornstarch, some vinegar, some corn syrup. You're going to need school glue and wood glue if you have it. You're going to need a hole punch and some string, some popsicle sticks, a funnel, just some plastic cups. You're gonna need a binder clip, and then bowls and a saucepan and a spoon, and then various measuring cups. So go gather up all your materials and come right back and join me here.
The first thing you need to do is take your popsicle sticks and mark off 1 inch from the end with a pen, and label each stick with the type of glue you're going to use. You will need 2 sticks for each glue you're going to test. The first glue we are going to make is a simple mixture of flour and water. Put 2 tablespoons of flour in a bowl with a dash of salt, and then add water a little at a time, mixing it until the glue is the consistency of pancake batter. Then take your 2 sticks marked flour and put glue on 1 inch of the stick and place the other stick on top. Press the sticks together and wipe off any extra glue. Put this aside to dry. Flour glue is usually used to make paper mache projects like piñatas. I was not sure if my flour glue alone would hold the sticks together. So I took a 4-inch piece of newspaper and paper mache'd it to hold my second pair of sticks together. I marked this pair paper mache and I set it aside to dry. The next glue we are going to make is going to use corn syrup and corn starch. You need an adult's help for this one because we will need to cook it on the stove top and it will get extremely hot. In a saucepan, put 3/4 cup of water and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup and bring it to a boil, making sure to constantly stir the mixture. Next, take 3/4 cup of cold water and 2 tablespoons of corn starch and stir it until all the lumps are gone. Slowly stir the cornstarch and water into the pan and bring it back to a boil. Stir this mixture for 5 minutes and then take it off the heat and cool. Once it is cool, place the glue on 1 inch of the sticks marked corn syrup and put its pair on top. Then set this aside to dry. The last homemade glue I'm going to make uses skim milk, vinegar, and baking soda. First, take 1/2 cup of skim milk and put it into a microwave-safe bowl and heat it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Be careful when you take the bowl out of the microwave because the bowl will be hot. Next, take a coffee filter and fold it into 4ths to fit into the funnel. Set this aside for later. Add 1 tablespoon of vinegar to the milk and stir until you see the solids clump together. This is the curd, and the liquid is the whey. Once the solids have clumped up, strain the mixture using the coffee filter and a funnel for 5 minutes. Try to get as much of the liquid out of the solids. Then, take the solid and put it into a bowl and add 1 tablespoon of clean water. And add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda to the mixture. Stir until the mixture is the consistency of glue. You may have to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda to the mixture again. Use this glue on your pair of popsicle sticks marked milk and set them aside to dry. Finally, you need to glue a pair of popsicle sticks with the school glue and a pair with the wood glue. Set all the popsicle stick pairs aside and let them dry for at least 5 hours. I let mine dry overnight. Now we will set up our experiment to see if homemade glue is as strong as the glue you buy in the store. What do you think? Which one will work the best? To measure how strong the glue is, we take a 16-ounce plastic cup and punch 2 holes close to the rim, and then tie the string through the holes in the cup. Thread the string through the binder clip and connect the binder clip to the first pair of popsicle sticks that we are going to test. Make sure that your binder clip is attached to the stick that is on top of the stick glue stick sandwich. Now, have someone hold the bottom stick and slowly begin to fill the cup up with something heavy. I used extra flour that I had. I found out later that I should have used sand because it is much heavier than flour. The flour and water glue didn't hold much weight. Next, I tried out the paper mache sticks. Remember, I only used 1 4-inch piece of newspaper wrapped around the sticks. I slowly filled the cup with flour, expecting it to snap. I filled it and filled it, but the sticks never broke. That is some strong paper mache. Next is the glue made from corn syrup. Do you think it will be strong? I keep filling the cup, so maybe. Nope. This is the glue made from skim milk. I slowly add flour to the cup. Look at how heavy it's getting. My assistant has to use 2 hands to hold the stick. That is very strong glue. Here is the school glue that I purchased from the store. Do you think it is strong? It is! Finally, let's test the wood glue. This is the glue that we use at the museum all of the time when we build our model rockets. Is it strong? Will it hold up? It sure will. Here's the final results of our experiment. Overall, I'm impressed with the performance of all the homemade glues.
So did your results turn out the same as mine? Was your store-bought glue stickier than your homemade glue? Well, thanks for joining me today for another edition of Kitchen Chemistry. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're always adding new information and new projects. And as always, stay home, stay safe, and keep looking up.